as well. I wish you a very happy life. I wish you
Thank
come
you.
to Sweden year after year. You keep enjoying all the crazy and nonsense that goes on in here, which is a lot, especially when I'm around. Man, I'm speechless now.
No, it's
How
good.
can I go back to bowling after that? I mean, I need to find a very good reason to go back to bowling.
I mean, it's hard to beat that. I'm gonna say I was on top of the world. Since I got here, it was very stressful, but committed to it. Just let it come out, and it was all good. So we celebrated for the past couple days, but today was very special.
I usually have this kind of weird perception with people. Some people instantly, when I see them, it's like the vibes over there
Yeah.
not positive. With you, the vibes are super positive.
You too,
So
sir.
I'm really sure it's going to be a fantastic week for you. You're going to really have a lot of fun. And obviously, we have to talk a little bit about your product since you are here.
Yes.
There is still some people that don't really know enough about Jopo grips. And I think it's a very, very good opportunity for the crowd, whoever's watching and doesn't really know you that well. I think it's a very good moment for you to just send us a little bit of information or sell the product in a way that people may understand why Jopo has made a difference and why is it such a good material.
Well, I appreciate you for asking. So, Jopo Grips was made several years ago. My dad, Jerome Panksa, the first, being the engineering mind behind it. So he designed it from scratch. He patented everything. So having that engineering mind was a big factor, right? He's a guy that strives for excellence. Well, actually strives for perfection, but always wants to be excellent, right? So that's what he wanted to do with the product. He not only wanted to see something be productive for the everyday bowler, to be able to have that feel, that consistency, the security that the Jopo twist creates, the 360-degree screw-like mechanism, the 3 locking tabs at the bottom, and the pushback that it creates. So the outer itself, the one that is glued inside the bowling ball, actually creates like a spring-like mechanism. So it actually pushes the locking mechanism back into the ball, so having that secure fit where you don't have movement. Left, right, up or down, it feels and looks like a slug in the bowling ball.
In a way, I'm going to tell you my own experience with Jopo. I met you guys, the first time I knew about you was in the Bowl Expo in Las Vegas, I think it was 3 summers ago.
Okay, so you definitely met my father.
Yes, I used to bowl for Turbo Grip back then, but I went there as a pro shop worker, call it whatever you want. And when I saw your stuff, I remember my brain said, okay, we have Coca-Cola and we have Pepsi, which was Bice and Turbo. And I said to myself, these guys grabbed both formulas and decided, okay, that's pretty good, that's pretty good. This one's missing this one's missing that. I'm going to create a new formula. I'm going to make sure that nothing is missing. That was the impression I first had when I saw that stuff. It's super, super good.
Stop talking.
All right, stop talking. It's time to talk about my kid, yeah? Is it still going on the left side of the lane? Because with him, you have to ask.
I mean, I don't like to say there's a difference between the left and the right.
But he's saying.
But what this kid is doing, it is so impressive.
I'm glad you like it. I'm really glad you like it.
It's a little different than last year, I would say, huh?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Just
yes.
a little bit.
It plays so much different than last year. I don't know how many times per squad we saw people taking the 3 pins on the right corner or the left corner for the lefties. I haven't seen that happen once.
Yeah, the biggest difference, of course, is the length and pattern, right? So the pattern being shorter, there's a lot of different styles of play into play. The offset's only 1 or 2 boards, so it's gonna. Nobody likes to hear it, but it will benefit the left more than the right for the fact that there's just not as much play.
Not as much traffic.
In the fact that more urethane is being used, if there was more reactive being used, it probably wouldn't benefit them as much. But because the right side of the lane is using urethane so much game 1, 2, 3, it will benefit the left because of the traffic, lane not being used as much. But that's where the right side gets the advantage later in the block.
I agree.
If the righties play the lanes right. So, going back to what Luis and I was talking about earlier, the pair you start on, if you break them down right, game 6, you can get a big score out of it, right? Like you're excited about going back to game 6, but if you don't break them down right, you never know.
Right. It could be a disaster, to say the least.
Absolutely. I'm going to make a quick run around because I see some striking going on. I see front 6 as well for Rami Mykula. We have been told he was actually from Finland, so we were right on our impression. Then we have front 5, 9 meets and strike for Dan Agerbo. We see 4 in a row for Theo Steen, and obviously front 6 for Matthias Ottning, who is really kicking at the moment. We're going to have a look again on him, taking a shot on lane 14, and you can see what we talk about. That's true power on the legs. And I mean, I really have a lot of fun watching. I was talking to him on the phone like 3 days ago. He wasn't sure he could come. He was having some issues because trying to find some work. I said, Matthias, you have to come. If it's a money issue, I will sponsor you, but you have to come.
So will I.
I would have, he found a sponsor, but I would have gladly paid 3 or 4 squats and take 50% of whatever he, oops.
Oh.
All right, that's a big stop, even when you go that fast.
The Sean Rash.
I was just going to say it. If you weren't going to say it, Sean, I was going to say it.
I'm impressed.
The Sean Rash bulk.
Now you like him even more.
I love him now.
This is a strike all day.
All day.
You want to bet on it?
I'll throw $1.
Why not?
I don't have any money.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
bet 1 krona then. 1 krona, Swedish krona.
Robin Pearson.
Yeah, he grabbed it a little bit
A
more
little
than.
bit at the bottom.
Yep. That's another pretty talented kid on 13 from Sweden, Anton Andersson, very consistent bowler.
Splitting the 8-9 like it's supposed to.
So I bowled with him game 5 or 6 last night. I think it was game 5. He threw it in the gutter of the right lane on 20. I could not believe it.
I saw Ethan throw the ball in the gutter twice on the last squad.
You can throw it in.
There goes Matthias.
A little off balance.
And just 10 back. 10 back.
He's so good.
There was a no doubter though. Where's my dollar at? I bet $1.
I have no money.
Oh, see, that's what it is. Okay.
Go have a look around and see what the PBA guys are doing. Lane 1, we find Andrew Anderson. That was a very weak 10 with the IQ 78. He didn't like the release. You could see how he was kind of showed that Mark Baker doesn't like it. I remember I actually was 1 or 2 weeks ago when he was talking on Facebook. When you make a bad shot, don't do this
It's the
because then
chicken
the brain
wing.
is going to be replaying that again.
Right.
I really like those videos. There's a lot of videos on Facebook now of people that is coaching and helping. And it's just like Tinder, left, left, left. But Mark Baker, I listen to every time. I would say I agree almost 100% of the times with the things he said. Let's see who else we have here. Let's.
Alex Horton. Off to a tough start.
A very tough. Lanes 3 and 4 have been paying a little bit bad for so many people. It's a little bit tougher than some other of
When I
the
bowled
pairs.
last night, they were much tighter
Mm.
than every other pair.
They play longer. They definitely play longer. We see some striking on Kyle on lane 8. In order started with the front 3. And it's a few spares. All right, that's a nice check in the room.
She didn't like it.
No, she missed in.
But that's how good she is. It doesn't matter how she throw it.
She can do it. Last
She
year,
can do it a
had
lot.
Amazing performance last year.
Incredible performance last year, especially again for how hard it was. Again, going back to Sean's first game when he arrived last year, when he shot 270, I'm looking down every single lane. I'm going, there's no way you're not winning this thing. And Sean can tell you I quoted that from day 1, game 1, and it was even after some jet lag. But 270 was an impressive score last year, and everyone else was shooting 180s and 200s. So you can imagine how difficult it was. But again, I love seeing some score out here. It's always fun to watch some strikes.
It was very tough last year. It was very, very demanding. But since you had such a good eye, maybe should I ask you who's going to be the winner this year? That's a little bit early. It's just right.
It's a little early, but
But-
I'm gonna say though, I'm gonna throw it out here because you have to say back to back is going to happen. I have to say it, and he's my man. So I'm gonna say Sean Rash goes back to back. Storm Lucky Larson winner. But that's me though. I think he's gonna make the cut. That's easy, right?
I'm not going to make it.
Winning is the hard one.
All right, we're going to make a little bet in here because we have been asking our guests, what do you think the number for the cut is going to be? Martin Larsen said 1379, Carl Eklund said 1380, Matt McNeil said 1381, Robert Anderson betted on 1377, Dan Harding said 1365, Jesper Svensson said 1376, Victor Bakke said 1353. In the defense of Victor, that was before the game squad 1. So that was a very early prediction. I had 1350 something, but after I bowled my squad, I quickly went and moved it up to 1375. So yes, that was cheating, but I don't mind. It's my paper, and I do whatever I want. So now it's my time to ask the both of you. So what's the number gonna be?
Go ahead, Sean. You first.
He wants to be last. Yeah, he's a smart guy.
The price is right, right?
That's why he's in the
Bob
office and you're
Barker.
still on the lanes, eh?
What a great question.
In the meantime, I'm going to go back and see my buddy Matthias keep striking. He's going to take a shot on 14. And we're going to get ready to see if we can have a very, very spectacular shot there. To see once again, Matthias. Oh, yeah, it was a bit deeper.
It doesn't matter.
All right, he keeps going.
It doesn't matter.
Fire in a hole.
He is. That is the most crazy thing I have witnessed thus far.
Bang!
It's
Matthias
just
Holtning.
how are you gonna stop that?
His release is unbelievable. His balance is
Awful, but
but
it's getting it
he's
done.
doing the same thing over and over. So like,
On
I
it.
try to tell people, you're not gonna tell him how to bowl like Walter Ray.
Right.
But Walter Ray repeats and repeats and repeats. So
What was it?
If-
47 titles, PBA titles,
yeah, I mean, well,
something
I
like
mean,
that.
He's got more than
Not too bad.
I think he's done okay.
Yeah.
But if he can do that over and over, I don't care.
No. Everyone has their own book, I say.
On Matthias' behalf, I'm going to just say something. He's not only 17, but he still has to grow that final, the final
There's
grow
no
we do.
injuries yet.
And some weight on the body as well is going to help a little bit.
Get the weight.
A little bit of weight is going to help a little bit more with the balance.
He's beaten Ethan by 90. He's doing okay.
I know.
Not
but
too shabby.
he's going to get back. Okay, but now you are going into the clouds, and I want you to say a number. You're not going to leave the room without saying a number.
Wait.
No, I was trying to change the subject.
I know, but the betting is the betting.
Did Mr. Patrick Bakke?
No,
Put a score down
Patrick
yet?
hasn't put in a score yet.
We need to get him in here.
The thing,
Gotcha.
Patrick still lives in the 90s, so he probably would say 1260 on the cat, which was what it was back in the day. It was a nice shot for him.
Okay, I'll give you one.
Okay, go ahead. Shoot. Surprise me. That's all done. This one I have to put a marker because this one is a sponsor prediction, and that has extra.
Louise, you said 1375.
Yes.
Here's some.
I don't see 1376, so I'm gonna go 1376 because 1377 was from Robin.
Jesper has.
Oh, yes, 1376. Okay, so 1378.
Ring 7 pen.
1378.
For who?
Your boy.
Why doesn't it show then?
He's on 13.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
Oh, you said 1378?
8. I'll do 8.
All right. We got 8 over here. Now we are a bunch of guys on a very, very similar.
It's probably not gonna be close. It's gonna be 1420, and we're not even gonna be. We're all gonna miss it by a mile.
All right, so 12 people have bowled 1,400.
Hmm?
We're not even halfway through the tournament yet.
And there it is.
Yes.
There's the answer. It could be 14.
But
Plus
you see,
200 over.
But you see who you signed 1 year ago?
I know.
Before he says anything, he has to check on all the
I
information.
know, he has to get his facts
Such a
right.
fucking pro, you know, he's always like that. You're going to give us a number before I die, or are you going to keep on scrolling forever?
I like yes for Sense at 1390.
1390 has been the highest so far. Okay.
1390
That's
by
pretty good.
9 pins, right? Yeah,
Scores are only
1381
gonna
by
get
Matt.
Interesting. You know the best of this? Because I'm going to be sitting here for another 3 or 4 days. As soon as I see that happening, I can change my score again.
1375.
Lock it in, Louise. Lock it in.
The kids say locked in.
Locked
Yeah.
in.
Luis is locked in.
Locked in.
All right, so we saw Matthias giving away that 7-pin. That's one of the things that happens with the young kids today. They strike so many times that they forget sparing is part of the game.
He's got 125 over. He needs 65 more to make the cut.
I know, and probably when I go tell him later on, he's going to say, I know you would have made a couple of spares more than I did, but you probably be 150 pins lower than I am, Luis. And I'm going to have to agree with him.
But the point is, if he bowls 100 over more for the next 4, he probably gets a bye, and the bye is important.
Yes.
Very important in this tournament.
Yes, it is.
He's blowing kisses at his fiance.
Sorry, I gotta do it, man. I gotta do it. It's part of the game.
Focused.
Sorry. You guys are talking about scores. We already know it's
No,
1400. It's gonna happen.
Just for the people who is online and they cannot really have a picture. The thing is, we have a giant screen in front of us. Sean is
Yes.
looking at the phone. I'm looking at a little bit everywhere. But you are directly facing,
Yeah, I'm not facing the screen at all.
not even facing the screen anymore. But in your behalf, she's pretty.
That's-
And she's smiling a lot, so she must be happy. Everything positive. That's always
Better
good.
be happy than
That's
me.
always good.
If I put a ring on your finger today, would you be happy with me?
I think we have to wait for a couple of hours more before I can answer. It's too many kids online still.
My wife would probably have questions.
Not enough apple juices yet.
Yeah.
Okay, some high scores again over there. 264 for the Finnish guy, Rami. 246 for Dan Agebo. Nora fixed at the end with 225. Yeah, 264 over there.
Not too shabby.
492.
Where's Troop at? Troop can strike or throw the filler for 235 with an open in the 9th there.
Yeah,
He was going hard. Just didn't really finish strong.
He's 50 overs through 2.
Not too bad. Well, that's still 150 behind the cut.
What are you going to go, John? 5-8? There we go. We missed him. I'll make sure to follow a little bit of the action on them on the next game.
Even though he bowled 235, Kyle had 2 overs there, 6-3-8-1. It could have been 474 easy for 2. Definitely, I'm sure he's disappointed, but got good ball motion. He's seeing the lane the right way. Pretty good for coming off the plate.
I see you have a question over there, but it's written down in Swedish, so it's going to take me a while to translate that mentally. It's Sean Bilken, that's which Bilkener, which is your åsikt that I don't know, din bästa matchen. Okay, the best match in TB. Asking about what's your best match in TB, something like that. So yeah, Google Translate is going to be a little bit quicker than I can. Swedish is definitely not my main language.
I'm going to say it's neither Sean's.
So in the meantime, while Sean finds out what it says over there, I'll tell you Matthias is leader of the squad with 125 pins over. Other high scores, we have 469 for EJ Tackett, 439 for Anton Andersson, 449 for Adam Andersson, 426 for Theo Steen, 423 for Mats over there. Oh, Nate Purchase is not. A couple of open frames there. 190 for.
Which is the best match in your opinion of TV all time?
Okay, I was pretty close on some of those.
I'll give you mine. My favorite of all time.
The Sting 1986.
1986?
Oh, I know. That's just his handle.
Uh-huh. I was going to say, you watched bowling that many years ago?
It's 4.
Right, that's why I was asking. Okay, in about 40, 50 seconds, as soon as they are done, we're going to refresh the scorings and give you a proper update on what are the standings for this particular squad. It's, again, a very high scoring pace. Obviously, we have a lot of good bowlers that used to put everybody to bowl in a very similar shape on the lane. It's not the same when we have a lot of amateurs, then everybody pretty much throws it in a different area on the lane, and the lanes can become a little bit messy. On the contrary, I see a little bit more of reactive than I've been seeing on the first 3 days on the tournament. That could explain also the lane opening up a little bit quicker. And look at Matthias, he keeps going like a damn machine. He's so fun to watch though.
Alright. My best match of TV all time. Has to be the Tournament of Champions throwing a strike to win in 2012.
Is that you?
Yeah, I struck to win the TSE, and it was my first title of the year, but I made 7 or 8 shows. I basically capped off winning player of the year.
That was the season. Not
That
only
was
the,
a good year.
not only the best TV show, but the season.
Yeah, I mean, just throwing a strike to win, one of the most prestigious events
In the planet.
in the PVA.
Mm.
Knowing I had a chance to win player of the year. There was so much up for grabs. You know, if I lose, someone only wins the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
The other guy wins player of the year.
Wow.
And yeah, so winning and throwing that shot. I posted it. I knew it off my hand. I didn't need a strike. I needed a mark, but yeah, I aced it. And I watch it quite frequently. And yeah, I can see it in my head to this day. Dad, and my wife Sarah were both in the stands. My best friend Mike. I'll never forget.
Good memories, yeah?
Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah, but those are the special ones, the ones that really stick in your brain, in your memory, and deep in your heart. And it's always fun to go back and look at whatever we were capable of doing a few years ago.
I was good back then.
What year was that?
2012.
2012. I was on vacations in 2012. I was a DJ back then.
Yes, you were.
I left you guys for, I think it was
Yeah.
even 10 years earlier than that.
I'm watching a kid from the side throwing shots. He didn't even know it was going to strike in the straight.
All right, let me have a quick look. Pass me that mouse over there, if you're so kind. Thank you. I'm going to update over here. Okay, time to update the scores. We have Matthias Ottning, 525. Number 2, Rami Mukula from Finland, 492. Number 3, EJ Tackett, 469. Number 4 from Iceland, Arnar Jonsson, 455. Number 5, Adam Andersson, 449. Carl Trupp, 448. Dan Agebo, 442. Jacob Krishanek, 440. Anton Andersson, 439. And 10 is sitting Mark Jacobs from the Netherlands with 38 over. Not as high as it was the previous squad, but pretty high as well. So let's have a very quick look around. Let's see what we have, where we have. Lane 1, Ben Robinson, Tobias Ogdon, Adam Andersson, Nikki, Nora Johansson, Kyle Trupp with the 210. Jesper Agerbo, Jesper, another guy from our era, yeah.
That guy can play.
I know.
Funky roll, knows how to strike. Danish guy.
Very,
Been on the team
very
for a long
Scandinavian,
time.
very Scandinavian school, I would say. That was,
Does it his own way.
yep. Now, can you take
Got
this
a
better?
chance.
There you go.
Shooter.
Let's see if we have luck and we catch that on time.
Oh,
yes, we
yes.
did. Yes, we did. Ah, beautiful. Now you got the instant replay over there by
He didn't even
Chopo.
run it out like he knew you did.
But that's an easy spare, the 10. The 310 is the hard one. I always chop the 3. I promise you.
310 is quite hard.
The last
The
time I
210
was...
is way easier.
It's 2 more
I'm
feet
just,
apart.
I'm just saying. It's
But
a mental thing.
don't you
100%
agree?
it's a mental thing.
Just
It's
check.
too easy, so why make it so it's like more difficult?
Hey, shout out to my guy Nick.
Nick Lilleblad.
He just threw a double on lane 1 and 2. I've known this guy for a decade.
Mm-hmm.
When we get done with squats, he sits in the same chair every day and orders a Carlsberg beer
Every day.
every time he gets done.
That's his routine.
That's his routine.
So it's a little bit like that old advertisement where, what was his name? The lefty. One of my favorites PBA guys on the lefty.
Earl Anthony?
No.
Jason Couch.
No. Mike Colby. Mike Colby.
Mike Colby.
He had that advertisement many years ago where he was, I wear the same socks every time
Yeah,
I
but
bowl. I wear the same,
the
and the
cool-
only thing I change is the ball, but they're all from the same brand. You remember that one?
But the cool thing is Carlsberg is a sponsor of this year's event.
Yes, indeed.
So not just the non-alcoholic beer, but also their regular beer. So Carlsberg being so important around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Carlsberg is important here for our tournament.
Yes.
Also very important here to Olympia Bowling. So shout out to Carlsberg for being the sponsor this year for the Storm Like Larson. But to my guy Nick, we were talking last night. We both got done bowling. He orders a Carlsberg, sitting in his seat. And I was like, man, 10 years, you do what you do, and I do what I do.
Let's have a look at here. Kyle moved to the iron solid.
Is that a solid or a concept?
That was pretty clear. I think it's iron solid, even with some surface, but I could be wrong.
If that is an ion solid, you're starting to feel what the PBA Tour does, where guys throw your thing for 1 or 2 games, and then they go into a reactive aggressive bowling ball. Yo, triple for my buddy. I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you'll see less urethane after game 1, 2, where you'll start to see more reactive.
Quicker change of ball and quicker move to the left.
Well, higher rev rates.
Hmm.
Not better players, but more.
Better understanding.
Yeah.
Better understanding. More experience. More experience and better understanding. Let's move around. Let's go to the next camera. We find Dan, Jonathan Johnson, Martin Paulson, Andrew Anderson, Kilian Johnson, Jacob, Elin Bergqvist, and Wilmer. Okay.
Many good scores.
No, just Bilmer with the front 3, but not a very high score so far, sitting on 393. So we can move again and see what Matthias is doing with Ethan. I think Ethan is going to be like, what the heck? Who is this kid? Where did he come from?
I think I'm gonna go tell him to throw like him. He's beating him by 156 pence.
But then you have to tell Ethan to start doing the push away on the second step, not on the third. Otherwise, if he
Ethan
runs,
Ethan has no idea what he's doing, right?
no, but if you want him to run like Matthias and he keeps
You
pushing
ain't
it on. That was a beautiful shot though.
Marnar 50. Matthias wins the squad.
I hope so.
14.
You would think so.
I mean, I know I'm way ahead of myself here. 1463 for 6.
He just has to cruise. He just has to cruise.
He's on cruise control.
And there's no stopping that machine right now. That is
Victor with the 4
insane.
bagger. Come on, Victor.
Louise, where can we find this stream? Where can we find the link one more time? Because I have a few people asking back at home via text.
If they go to YouTube and they search for Storm Lucky Larson Masters, they're gonna find directly. They have 2 different options. Number 1 is watch it for free. They can pick on any of those different 5 cameras, but for free. But if they want to have commentary and they want to follow our action, and especially if they want to see the final on Monday, the step ladder, they need to become members. Get the subscription to the YouTube channel, but it's only $5. So it's very cheap, and it's helping with the type 1 diabetes on Swedish Foundation.
Perfect.
Matthias is 125 over for 2. I might bowl left-handed Thursday. Oh, what'd you say, Jesper? He said, be my guest. I could bowl about 50.
We have the Iceman having a snack, sitting down on the bed. That's why the room was getting colder. I could feel the room was getting colder. Obviously, the Iceman is here.
It was really hot in here a minute ago.
And all of a sudden, it's
Got to chill up my
chilly,
spine.
It's chilly.
Look at Ethan. I can't believe I didn't strike.
Another Joe Poe guy.
Ethan?
Ethan, we just got him this past year. So,
I know a few others who want to join.
of course you do.
I'm just saying.
We don't want to talk about that live right now.
No.
But we got a couple guys here. We got Ethan. We got Mr. Sean Rash. We have EJ Tackett.
Problem is people want to join us. That means I'm getting the boot.
You might.
I know.
You might. You're getting old, man. You're getting old.
I don't want to join because I don't bowl anymore, but definitely this week we have to talk because I want to have the Joe Poe grips in the shop.
Well, the lucky thing for you, as funny as that is, or as pun intended as that is, I did bring some product with me this year.
That is good.
He's quite lucky.
That is good news.
But yes, I did bring some product. We do have a couple seminars later this week.
I'm not lucky. I'm super lucky. Yeah, you remember that?
Absolutely.
Went from lucky to super lucky.
Super lucky.
Super lucky, Larson.
Matthias has the ball literally 600 the last 3 to make the cut.
A little bit more. He's only on 50, 40 over, 140 over. And it's 640 still.
239 minimum this game.
But he only has a triple. He has a triple only.
Still can strike out for 259.
Yep.
If he strikes out for 259,
Hey, listen, it's 8 o'clock.
that'd be nuts.
I ordered dinner. I gotta go get it.
Sounds perfect.
But I'm gonna go get it, and I'm gonna come back.
And you're gonna come back. But make sure not to pass around Jesper. It's gonna get cold. It's gonna get cold.
No, listen
Oh,
to
look
this.
at that. And then you say, I'm lucky.
Oh,
You bring the food to Sean, but you never bring the food to me. Okay. I'm taking note. I'm writing down, just so you know, next time.
I literally just got served dinner.
Incredible.
And that is a big dish, to be honest. That looks amazing.
Oh my goodness. I got Swedish sweet balls.
You need something?
No, I'm good. We
Need
literally
something?
just ate. We just ate
Ah, okay.
before this.
They had a celebration dinner. Have you talked about this yet?
Yes,
yeah,
we have.
man, we just
have.
spoken about
We
it. And
have.
it was like, that's why I said that smile. I mean, that smile can only come from two things. Either a very positive proposal or another thing I cannot talk about because it's still too early.
Are you kidding me? They literally just brought me dinner.
Make sure not to talk on the microphone while you're chewing, yeah?
Yes, please don't.
I know, that's why. It's time to do a little bit of adjustment over there for Matthias. No, I just ate I had full of those, actually. They are really good, really, really good.
It looks unreal.
That's another thing we have here in Olympia Bowling. Not only the best bowlers in the world, but the best chefs in the bowling alley. The best chefs in town are in the bowling alley. It's really high quality food, super good taste, fresh ingredients. It doesn't really feel like you're eating on a bowling alley when you're here.
Served food, y'all.
No, it definitely doesn't. I can definitely agree with that one. Coming here last year for the first time, or really in any bowling alley, right? You expect a burger and fries, but they're not just burger and fries. It's gourmet. I mean, in front of Mr. Sean Rash right now, we have meatballs, we have mashed potatoes, we have some type of medium rare steak, and pickles. It's incredible.
Or moving again to lane 17 to 20. We find Anton Andersson with the front 5. In the meantime, I can tell you Ian Robinson striking a lot. Also on lane 1, double spare and 4 in a row. Actually, you know, Monacelli is here. Not Amleto, but Monacelli. Look at him. He's bowling there. Rodolfo Monacelli on lane 13.
Any relation?
Yes, he's the son of his brother.
Wow.
Nephew, is it called? I couldn't find
Amaleto's
it.
nephew?
I'm serious. Actually, Paco called me yesterday. You know Paco from Madrid?
Oh, yeah.
Paco called me and said, I have the nephew of Amleto sitting here. He's bowling in Denmark, but he had some issue with the credit card. It got blocked. He only has $500. Can you give him some money and he makes a transfer later on? Because otherwise he cannot make it. I said, just tell him to come and then we'll fix up something. So it is related. It is family. 19 and 20 is not paying good for EJ Tackett. 3 open frames. It's paying very good for, Alexander is doing a lot better here.
Besides his first shot.
It was cool that I said Anton Andersson was a good bowler just one game ago, and now he's proving me right.
I feel like anytime you speak into existence, Luis, you pretty much are spot on.
You know why I have the crystal ball up here? I can see the future.
No, that was a good one.
That was the 7th for Anton, and we also have AJ Johnson on lane 13 with front 6. He's going to take a shot now on 15. Sorry, I said 13. It's 15. There goes AJ.
Past champion.
And he gets the 7th. So we have front 7 for AJ on lane 16. Front 7 for Anton Andersson on lane 18. And I want to know what goes on 9 and 10, because this has been the high scoring high scoring lane there. Yep.
So fun fact about AJ. This was back in 2010. This is Junior Gold, Indianapolis. It was, I think, one of my first Junior Gold championships, and I don't know if you're familiar with the U.S. Junior Gold.
Yes.
My dad was there for me, but he quote-unquote said this is the best youth bowler he's ever seen personally in his entire life.
And that was AJ?
It was A.J. Johnson. And I'm pretty sure A.J. was, I think he's a year or 2 younger than I am, I'm pretty sure. So in 2010, that's when he was like 15, 16 years old. And obviously look at him now. Lucky Larson Masters, winner, gold medalist, Team USA. It's incredible. So yeah, back in 2010, Jerry Panksa Sr., Jerry Panksa the first says A.J. Johnson is the best youth bowler. Keep an eye on him.
Keep an eye on him, and he definitely was right about him. Okay, I'm trying to see if I'm not missing anything, trying to make sure that nothing is... oh, look at what happened to Matthias. An open frame, 206. He drops down to only 131 over. Well, only, but you understand what I mean. Matthias ended up with 206 on this game. Definitely a little bit of transition even on the left side. Maybe the Iceman wasn't that wrong after all. You know, he's one of the bosses. I have to keep him happy. Otherwise, I'm not get paid by the end of the week.
Good thing you didn't hear that. He left the building.
Okay.
He left the room.
There goes AJ. Can he take the 8th?
Oh, he doesn't like it. Oh,
look at that.
I mean, hated the
Who the
approach.
heck is going to tell me the window is small?
I mean,
down there? Come on.
What are you going to do with that? He hated it. But the result was perfect.
So we have front 8 for AJ Johnson and front 8 for Anton Andersson. Obviously, I'm not going to say anything, not the number. Whenever you say the number, it's game over automatically, no matter what.
Do not say it.
No, it's terrible. And people, how many times?
Reverse psychology.
Nowadays, 300 is a little bit more like just making a par, not anymore doing an eagle. But back in the day when it was fucking tough, I remember the first time I went to Thomas Anderson's bowling alley in Degerfors, 1995. Thomas had been the bowler of the year back in 93, so just a couple of years before. And he was one of the biggest amateur bowlers ever. He still had this scoring sheet on his office of his first 300 game because he only had made a couple of them. It was a big difference back in the day. That's
I mean,
what I
my
just
dad
said.
would say it back in the day too when he was bowling league, in the 80s. The whole bowling alley would stop.
Exactly.
The entire bowling alley
Exactly.
would stop if you had the front 9, just to see if you can through the last 3. So yeah, it's changed for sure.
Just so you know, AJ and I were talking yesterday. 15 and 16 is the TV pair. Here.
Yes.
And we talked about how challenging this
That pair in particular is. Yes, that's Monicelli actually.
It looks like
He actually kind of throws it like him, like his uncle, a little bit. Definitely straps it a little more though.
Yeah.
A little bit more RPMs in comparison.
Lower upper body as well. It takes away a lot of power in comparison. Okay, let's see what goes on. Not more striking for Anton Andersson. He was short in the pocket. He left the 2-4-5-8 on lane 18. Let's hope he doesn't chop it because that's not one of the nice pairs you can get there.
EJ with a messenger there to get that 10 out.
Fixing the score a little bit all the way up to 198. And the way it was going, it's not that bad. So we're going to keep our eyes on AJ Johnson. In the meantime, I'm going to let you know Ben Robinson shot 255, currently with 85 over. And Adam Anderson also on lane 1 and 2, 236 for also 685. Let me see if I see anybody else doing high scoring. We already said Matthias is on 731.
That was a great save by EJ right there to shoot 198 to throw the back 6.
yeah, his squad still is relevant
Right,
for the next 3 games.
right.
All right, there goes AJ Johnson taking a shot on lane 15.
He likes that one a little more. And he
And
should
that
have.
was really beautiful. Oh, there was a little bit of hand clapping already. Let's have a replay by our friends on Joe Paul. Look at that.
I mean,
Bam.
my dad would always say to me when you're young, or when I was younger, is post it until you can't post it anymore. And that was posting it till he couldn't post it anymore.
Okay, Anton Andersson, if he strikes out, he's going to shoot 262 and go all the way up to 701. So that's going to be number 2 spot. Yeah, number 2, because AJ could go all the way to 700. It would be one pin short. I'm a little bit on 18 over there, which was Anton, the guy who started with the front 8 as well.
We'll still take anything above 240.
And look at that, Killian Johnson on 7 and 8, foul on frame 2 and foul on frame 10. I tell you the lane all the time. That's on lane 7-8, scoring on the lane 7. So it's a foul 9, 5 strikes and spares, and another foul after the spare. That's a very expensive foul. And that's not the best. Look, he puts his hand up like it said it's foul again, most probably. That's why his hand is up there and he hasn't moved, so they can see he's not really stepping on the foul.
That's same lane, 3 fouls. That's not good.
For a moment, it looked like he was waiting for a cup of coffee up there.
They mark it a foul then? Or they're giving him a redo?
I have no idea what's going to go on. I'm way too far to even worry about it. Let the staff take care of it.
Right.
We'll find out pretty soon. There goes AJ, by the way. 10th frame. Good. Beautiful.
I'm going to say he does it. Sorry.
Oh, is it going to be the jinx?
No chance. I'm going to say he does it. He's stone cold. Way too many opportunities in his life that he's definitely accomplished that feat.
I really like the guy. I mean, I'm now not talking about the bowler. I'm talking about the guy. Such a kind person,
Oh
so
my
humble.
gosh.
He
Incredible
arrived
guy.
when he arrived yesterday. He hacked me like if I was his brother, and I'm like, man, that's a humble person. You know, it comes out and feels for you like. Let's have a look at how it goes on that 11 frame. Come on, AJ.
Not bad. Oh, a 7-pin?
I honestly did not want to say anything. It felt it was a board further outside and perhaps a little bit more forward than the previous shot. And that could explain that little bit weaker angle at the back. That's why the 5-pin was short to the 7, and that's why the 10 was so late with the lazy 6 hitting it.
And that's why you're here, Luis. Right
yeah.
there. For that perfect example of why that 7-pin stood.
That's what I saw. I could be mistaken, but I don't know. I remember many years ago bowling in Las Vegas, high roller with Arturo and Andres. I ended my game a little bit sooner on the brackets, so I was sitting down right behind Andres. He had 3 frames to go. Andres releases a shot. He was bowling right by my side. He releases it a little bit more forward because Andres back then was a lot on the side, so it's very clear to see it was forward. And he leaves a stone 8. And he goes like, coñao, Spanish. And I say, man, it was a little bit more behind. That was a little bit hook and stop, and that's why that 8-pin stood there. And he's laughing at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? And Arturo finishes his game, sits down right beside me. You know, we're waiting for Andres to take his 9th and 10th frame. And Andres explains, look at that motherfucking Spanish, what he said to me on that 8-pin. And he takes a 9th frame, makes a perfect shot. And then he bowls again on the 10th frame, and he does exactly the same. Forward roll. A little bit more forward. So as soon as he releases his head in Spanish, palo ocho, which means
8-pin.
8-pin. And boom.
8-pin.
8-pin. And Andres turns around like, and now what? And
you did the same.
Before I said anything, Arturo said, he just called it. So later on, they really wanted to find out anything about it. My behalf, it was I spent a lot of time with these super bowlers when I was very young. In Spain there is no real competition, so when I was 15 I was already bowling national team, European stuff and like that. And the Swedish guys were so kind to grab me and say, okay, if you keep bowling like that, you're never going to do anything. Come to Sweden, we'll teach you about bowling, we'll teach you how to bowl. And I was very fortunate to suck from the best bowlers out there, and they were already competing, as I say, 25 to 30. I was the little boy, so they didn't have any problem to share absolutely everything. I was not.
Yeah, you weren't at their age yet.
No, so they were like treating me like the little brother. Actually, Thomas Leandersson passed away 3 or 4 years ago. He was my big brother in Sweden. And I learned so much from all of them that when I was competing with Andres, Arturo and I are exactly the same age. Andres is a couple of years older. But the knowledge I could have when I was 17, 18, it was way beyond my age, thanks to all these guys. And that was the reason why I could see this kind of things. And for them, it was like, what is this nonsense the Spanish guy is talking? Spanish, man. How a Spanish guy is going to let us know anything about bowling? But it's the way it was. It's the way it was.
I mean, the Swedish pros, in my eyes, go way back, right? So it's they've been around for some time.
I mean, I was spending time with Mats Karlsson was the first Swedish bowler to win some PBA titles back in the day, in the 80s and very early 90s. And ever since, I spent all my life with all of them. I mean, I was 15 and I was bowling around with T-Mac when he was 26, 27. Bill Rowe, Bill Huffman, Tori Torgersen, Mika Koibinemi. I mean, I was 15 and I was spending all the days, every weekend bowling in the tournament in Europe with them.
Right.
So of course I had to learn, especially when you're a kid and you want to learn everything. Right. You ask, and I was so annoying asking, can I ask about this? Can I ask about that? So yeah.
And that's what's so special about the Lucky Larson is that
a
not many of these guys get the chance to be or show their talents on the PBA tour, right? And this opportunity to come bowl the Storm Lucky Larson Masters, to showcase your talent. I mean, there are some incredible individuals that the USA bowlers or the USA fans don't get to see too often.
No, definitely not. And for those friends of yours that were asking for the YouTube channel, actually, whenever they get bored, if they scroll around that YouTube channel, there are some matches of the Swedish league.
Very cool.
And that's
very cool.
That's like ice hockey. They scream even more than we do in Barca Madrid when we play football.
Right.
They don't insult the referee, but everything else is the same atmosphere. It's electrifying, purely electrifying.
No drinks getting thrown onto the lane, right? Not quite.
No, but sometimes you can see some shoes flying.
Oh.
Imagine how intense that gets.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I wish they did that back over in the States. That'd be a lot more fun.
Actually, that's the format they're going to use for this friendly match we're going to have tomorrow between the Iceman team and the EJ Tackett team.
I did not know that was happening.
Yeah, it's happening. Wednesday is always the most special day in this Lucky Larson.
Awesome.
They do a friendly golf match in the morning. It's a bunch of people going out there golfing. It's golfing with the pros. Also.
There you go.
Then in the evening they have this friendly match. They have a special dinner with the pros, so you can get to have food with them and get to know them, ask them things, and later on bowl with them on the lanes.
Very cool.
After that match, everybody jumps in the lanes, and you can see everybody bowling without shoes and one hand, one finger, with foot, whatever. I'm going to be playing music all those times. I'm going to be the DJ. We have a couple of extra surprises I'm not allowed to talk about yet.
Let's not do that.
But it's a very special day on the week on Wednesday. That's the reason why there is only squats in the morning on Wednesday, because in the afternoon and the night is all this crazy nonsense party going on.
Awesome.
It's a very special day. I think you're both going to have a lot of fun tomorrow. It's a very special night indeed.
I say it all the time back home that you guys over here treat bowling like it should be treated. You treat everyone not only with the utmost respect, but you truly treat the pros and the people like they're their own rock stars. And I am so grateful that I have been able to come 2 years in a row. And obviously, I want to be back for years to come. So
I hope it becomes a routine. One of the things we bowlers like me, a little bit older, we used to play when the QBKMF was the World Cup singles, and they would mix the countries because it was only one bowler per country, or one man and one woman per country.
Right.
Instead of having a single room, they would put you in a double room with somebody from any other country. Usually they try to match languages, obviously, so it would become a little bit easier.
Right.
But the atmosphere that this kind of special event had, it was much better than the regular World Championships where it's 8 bowlers or 6 bowlers, 2 coaches per team. Then you end up always with your group and the few friends you have all over the world. But that one, since you were there alone, you had to share with all the people. And that kind of atmosphere is a little bit what we find in here, where I'll put you an example. Patrick Back has been like a big brother for me. He's been in my house forever. I've been in his house forever. Now I've been 8 days already, this trip for me. This is the day number 8. I'm in Sweden. And being one of my best friends up here, I think of course, we have been speaking and hugging each other, but there's so many people I talk to that yesterday when I was the night at home, I said, fuck, I have to go out and have dinner or something with Patrick because he's my best friend here, and I'm spending time with most everybody but him.
Right.
And that's what I'm trying to explain for the people. It's a very unique.
So unique.
Very unique. And
so
it's
special.
You have to live it. You have to come once.
When I first came here last year, there is nothing better than what I experienced when I came to Patrick and how he treated me as like a son, truly. Again, the guy is as loving and as caring as anybody else that I can imagine.
He's so charismatic.
So charismatic. So fun. Loves to have fun and loves to show everyone else a good time. So it's absolutely an honor to be back.
It's an honor to have you back. It's an honor to have you back. A very quick update. Now we have the scores refreshed.
Beautiful.
I'm going to give you the standings for now. Matthias Ottnik, 731. Rami Mukula 725. Anton Andersson 701. Oh, that's funny. It says Mattias Ottning. It says Sweden, but he's actually from Norway, so they made a mistake there. So it's the whole Scandinavia is on top 3. We have Norway, Finland, and Sweden. Number 4, A.J. Johnson, after that big game he had on the previous. Ben Robinson from England sitting 5th now with 85 overs. Same score for Adam Anderson, the lefty. Mark Jacobs from Netherlands, 84 over. Nate Purchase, 79 over. Number 9 is E.J. Tackett, 667. And dropping down to 55 over is number 10, Don Agerbo. We switched back to lanes 5 and 6 so we can follow the action of our current leader in the squad, which is Mattias Ottning. And we are on game 4, so transition has officially shown up. We are already moving in, and it's time to see what is Mattias doing. Has he found any traffic? Has he changed his way of bowling? Does he still stand pretty close to where he's standing? He's further right. Is he bowling normal now, or is it still going back up but just deeper? It's
still a backup
ball.
Ball.
Just a little bit deeper.
And
he gets one more.
It's just It's just incredible.
It must be a little bit. He's a little bit deeper than he was, and 5-6 is faster than the right side, the right corner. No, but still, might be a little bit of the. Adam Anderson was bowling in that pair before. He's lefty. He was using reactive. That could explain why Mattias had to move slightly compared to the previous one. It's just a wild guess. You are the pro man. Don't look at me like that. You go and do your analysis. If I say nonsense, you can tell me. We've been friends for many years. I'm not gonna get offended.
Listen, he's got the best look in the building. Whatever he's
It's
doing,
good to
he's doing the
have you
right
back,
thing.
Wait, did you just say Louise is the best looking in the building?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, before it was about the ring. Now he says I'm the. He was talking about a ring 10 minutes ago. Remember?
I know, that's what I'm saying.
What would happen if I
had to
put
bring it
a
back
ring
around.
on you?
I
And
had to bring it back around.
I think we need to call some of our friends from 20 years ago, see if they're still around.
Oh, they're around. They just have no hair like you and I. EJ front 4.
There you go. That's a little comeback from that 198. I mean, he saved it a little bit there with that 198 the last game, but Mattias.
Where is EJ sitting now? I didn't find him with my eyes. Which lane? 11 and 12. Okay, just to keep an eye on him, and we'll be back.
I don't know if I can. This again, Mattias is literally blowing my mind right now for what he's doing. Lefty, backup ball, whatever. It doesn't matter. Anybody that's averaging 240 after 3 games in this craziness is on top of it right now.
As I was telling you before, I know the kid. I know how good he is, and I was pushing so much on the phone. You have to come and bowl. I've seen the lanes. I've seen the shape. You're gonna do good.
Front 6.
The only thing that pisses me off a little bit is that he found a sponsor, because it could be my money on that horse now. It could be my money on that horse. And I
That's
would
a bad beat. That's
yeah,
a bad beat.
It's unlucky, a little bit unlucky, but that's the way it is.
Just because he bowls good today doesn't mean he's going to bowl good Sunday.
He's gonna bowl good. I don't know if he's gonna score high, but he's gonna bowl good.
And so let's talk about that for a second. Are we refreshing the lane? Are we putting every day is a new same
beginning.
oil, but again they're re-oiling every time.
They oil every single time. That's the only PBA event where you have re-entries, which is might be a little bit different for some of the US guys.
Definitely different. It's not normal
Having
over
that
in the
chance
PBA.
of give it another try and another try and another try. Because you are a little bit more used to, I have to strike every time.
You have to.
I
You
don't.
have to.
Show up and bowl good.
You don't spend time. Okay, this squad is not working, so I'm just gonna hang around and gather information for the next one. There's no next one in the United States.
No. So that is the one thing that is cool about the Lucky Larson is that you might have no idea for the first 6 games, but you might be Mattias for the next 6.
Mm-hmm.
It could happen.
The greatest example is what Ethan's doing, right? Ethan, who's a great bowler, is 149 pins behind the leader of the squad.
Right.
Mhm.
trying multiple things, trying to figure out what he wants to do as the week goes on. Because he's not going to throw the backup ball. Like
No, obviously.
Because not knowing if Ethan can do it or not, I don't want to say he can't. I'm sure he can. But that's the way he prefers to bowl.
You'd rather go with your A game. If you have a chance to throw your A game, you're going to throw your A game.
That was better.
Better?
Yeah.
He barely got the front pen out.
It was better. Not the line, but the shot was better. Front
Front
seven
seven.
for Matthias. That's good.
He's at the front nine already.
So wait. Are we
I
going
see
to
what
call
we're
it this time? Or
No,
we're
you called it last time and screwed him.
Nah, that was AJ though. That was AJ. This is Matthias.
AJ,
This
Matthias, whatever.
this is different this time.
Maybe because he's bowling the opposite way.
Yeah, the lefty
We
luck.
maybe we should say the number because he's
Right?
doing the opposite. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's left-handed.
Okay,
Right.
I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna show him the tattoo so he gets inspired. That's
Super
it.
lucky.
No, I went for this one. I did when I was 13.
Oh,
How's our
300.
chat? I want to know how our chat's doing.
They might be on the terrace having a coffee. People is very quiet this week. I
well,
don't know
if you
the
think
reason
about
why.
it back home in the United States, where probably a lot of the fans are watching,
It's
it's
1:30 in the afternoon.
it's 2 o'clock where I'm at. So
Lunchtime?
that's lunchtime.
Lunchtime, yeah.
Lunchtime, a little after lunch, but they're working still, right?
Yeah. They're watching, but they're cutting the steak, so
Right.
both hands are busy. Big 4-hole. Okay, Ben Robinson is doing quite good. He's sitting fifth with 85 over at the moment.
Not good. That's spare double, trooping the reactive resin.
What lane are we talking about on?
19 and one of them is screen.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna put my eyes again on my kid over here because it's really making me so proud today.
It's absolutely insane what he's doing right now. Averaging 240. 17 years old, you said?
17, yeah. He
That's-
actually bowled 246 average 2 summers ago in here for the Youth World Cup or Youth
Wow.
World Championship.
2 years ago, though. So when he was 15 years
15,
old.
Yeah.
That's a talent. It's
Nice.
to be half as good as that when I was
It's
15,
insane.
you know?
It's insane. What he can do, it's unbelievable. And he's not the only one that can do that. There's another young kid. He's not that young anymore. That's Carl Eklund. You've heard about him, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
The first time I met Carl, he was 14. Listen to this story because this is unbelievable. He was 14. I just moved to the north of Sweden because Thomas asked me to become a coach for a club in there. I meet this guy. Carl comes to me. First time we talk ever. And he asked me, Luis, I know you're the new coach in here. Can I ask something? I said, of course, go ahead. And he asked me, what do you think of me bowling backup? So my question back to him is, are you good? And he says, I think I'm good. And then I say, so why the fuck you ask? And he comes back to me, well, my coach in Team Sweden Junior says that I shouldn't do. My instant answer is, tell your coach that I said to F off.
Wow.
And he goes like, I cannot say. Tell him I said
Yes.
that.
Louise, front
3 months later,
Mhm.
only 3 months later, still age 14, he comes and bowl a tournament in my bowling alley where I'm coaching with his father. His father is a lefty bowler,
Mhm.
okay bowler. They both shoot 1380. He was throwing regular.
Right.
Enough, more than enough to qualify. But he comes to me and he says, I'm going to bowl one more squad. And I'm like, why? You bowled to 30. It's more than enough for the final. And he says, if my father shot 1380 on that side,
Yes.
I'm better.
I'm going to shoot 1580.
He bowls again,
Hey, are you playing golf tomorrow?
1650
Let's talk about
1650.
in 6.
Are you playing
14-year-old.
Are you playing golf?
Wow.
No, I have 2 hernias that don't allow me to do any side works. Even when I have something, it has to be.
Figure out what time I gotta be awake for.
I'm going to have to be awake early because I have to come here. I have to do the streaming. And tomorrow, everybody's going to be golfing. So I'm going to be talking even more on my own. So I'm going to have even more caffeine tomorrow. Actually, when I'm alone, I'm pretty good. I'm used to it. I just talk to myself, and I usually answer to myself, and I'm always right.
You can't be wrong.
Can't be wrong.
Okay, Matthias, front 8. Kom
Let's
igen
see
nu.
it. Let's see it.
Kom igen, kungen. Keep going.
If he bowls the number, it's 230 over with 1 pickup.
Yes.
No, 2 to go.
Oh yeah, 2 to go. This is
This
is
is
game 4.
This is
That's a
game
lot
4.
of strikes.
That's a lot of strikes. Come on.
Yeah, that was really deep inside. Ah,
That was right,
yeah,
and it was still almost struck.
Yes, it almost held.
but that's a good spare. It should be very easy to
Think he can
cover.
make it?
I think so. I hope he's not doing any crazy
Which way
stuff.
does he make it? Backwards or
Backup,
regular?
backup. He's gonna go backup. I'm almost certain. I'm not a fan of that. I actually hate that.
Yep.
There
Back
you
up
go.
it is.
Well, they're that easy though.
Scary.
Are you kidding?
It was scary. Okay, we have note 300. We didn't say the number, so it didn't really matter. Let's go around and see some strikes here on Dan Agerbo. Dan is currently with 55 over after 4. No strikes on the 9th, so it's not going to be that high. We have Anton Andersson with another strike over there on lane 1. He can go all the way to 236. Anton has already 101 over, so it could go all the way to 137 over. Jonathan is very low on the score. We have EJ bowling on lane 4. That was far on the right. Happy to not leave the 10 there.
Moving on.
So we move to 5, 6, 7, 8. That's where we were standing not long ago.
To the pair of the set.
That's a lot of striking for Mia in here. That's a good game for her. We're going to move one more. Martin Paulson bowling the seniors, actually, is plus 50, so he has a bye over there. Just a quick reminder, we have different ways to make it into the final, not only by the scores, but we have 2 spots for the seniors, 2 spots for the girls, 2 spots for the under 21, 4 spots for the early birds, 1 spot for the highest game on number 5, that's Turbo on game 5, and 1 spot for the highest game on Turbo on game 6. So it's many, many ways to make it into the final. I don't know why they don't make a gateway for the people that speaks more hours in the booth.
Right.
Defending champion spot. Is that here?
I'm not sure.
No, that's why they give you that nice metal card at the end of last year.
That's just for food.
And a few beverages too. A few apple juices.
Can go all the way up to 259 to increase his pace. 248 over if he strikes out. We'll have a look and see how it goes for AJ on this lane 11.
And after AJ throws this,
I think you should take. I'm not pushing you.
I'm ready to take a break.
I was gonna say,
It's time to go.
if you
It's
wanna,
time to celebrate.
If you want to get married,
yes.
don't spend any more time in here.
She's sleeping.
No. No.
No, but she's gonna get bored eventually. Bowling is not that interesting. That's why we say so many crazy things.
Bowling is amazing. Louise, you're amazing. Thank you again,
it's so
sir,
good
for
to see
having
you
me
again.
on.
It's lovely
We'll
to
see
see
you
again.
all week.
We'll
be
talk
here
for sure.
tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm not gonna let you leave without we have some deal with
No.
that Jopo because
Yes.
I really want that stuff in Spain. I want
I
to
have
work
some
down
stuff for you. I have some stuff.
there. Lovely, buddy.
Alrighty, Sean, we'll see you later, sir.
Tomorrow.
Enjoy, you guys. Take care. Everybody watching, take care. And we'll see you guys later.
Thank you for your time, buddy. All right, I'm going to carry on in the meantime. Let's see what goes on. I'm going to move around through the action, see some striking happening on lanes 1 and 2. So I'm going to go back over there to see how Jonathan ends. Let's see if he can strike out for all the way to 247, give himself a chance to survive this squad. He was a little bit low in the beginning, and Anton Andersson with a double on the 10. He can still go all the way to 236 and get a max score of 937, which is pretty good after 4. And that was an expensive 10 frame over there for Jonathan after 6 strikes in a row. He just puts the ball in the gutter, and he was not bowling on the right side. He was bowling a little bit deeper. So what? These things can happen, right? We have EJ with a chance of a 248 game, total score of 915 if he strikes out, unless I'm wrong. Yes, that would be the number. Okay, that was no double for Anton over there. So he's going to reach a maximum score of 117 over. Moving on. Oh, Matthias had an open frame again at the 10th frame. My God, he's paying out so low on the 10th. But a very good game for him. 256, sitting down with 187 over after 4. That pretty much means Matthias just needs to find a way to make 400 or 410 on the next 2 games, and that would be more than enough. Obviously, he's going to try to shoot higher, 470, reach those 1450s that would secure him a spot on the second step on the final. Now we see Ethan has moved much deeper. We have seen his switch from the 5 steps to his 3-step approach. As Sean was telling before, he's probably testing around and moving around to make sure he has all the information he needs. Okay, so that makes a total of 987. Let's move again so we can see some more of the action over here. Martin Paulson had a split but managed to spare. Some striking also. AJ Johnson has a chance to strike out for 239 and keep increasing his pace to 128 over, which would be pretty good. I see some striking also on 19 and 20 for Nate Purchase. And some striking as well for Arnar Jonsson and Alexander Horton. My goodness, there are a lot of strikes happening everywhere. Let's see what AJ can do. Will it stay? Yes, it felt like it was a little bit deeper. Actually, it was probably so deep that's why the ball found some more oil while traveling down. It was a little bit short, very late 5-pin, but a beautiful double for AJ to keep increasing his scoring space. One more for AJ, tripping the 4. That's good news for him. 239. That's going to put him on the 920s, 928 with the strike. And it feels like the score pace has increased again on this game number 4. Definitely the extra use of reactive compared to the previous 2 days is definitely opening up the lane. So yes, the scores could keep grow a little bit more. The cat could keep going and moving up. Again, my apologies if I say something that it sounds a little bit weird. English is not my main language, and so I'm doing my best to try to explain and be clear, but sometimes I may do some mistakes. So again, if that happens, I hope you excuse me and you accept my apologies. Doing my best to try to keep my eyes pretty much everywhere, so sometimes the brain doesn't function good enough. Beautiful shot there for AJ. Let's see what Andrew is doing. Andrew is moving a little bit all around the lane. I've seen him test so many things. It's a little bit reminding of that phrase Gordon Ramsay uses on some of his shows when he says, "That's not fusion, that's confusion." Yeah, again, that's what happens when I'm left alone in the booth. I have to talk so much, I end up doing a lot of crazy nonsense. Okay, let's have a see. Alexander is finishing his game on 15 and 16. with 245. Mark Jacobs 854. 888 for Arnar Jonsson. Yeah, we have a couple of guys that they still have to throw the last shots on their lanes. So as soon as they finish, I'm going to give you a proper update on the standings after 4 games. So we'll be right back in a minute. Okay, let's see what we have over here. Ball is still changing lanes, so that means I cannot still update you. I can just scroll around with my eyes. I can see Nate Purchase 118 over AJ Johnson, 128 over EJ Tackett, 95 over Anton Andersson, 117 over 88 for Arnar, 134 for the Finnish guy, Rami Mukkula. What else? What else do we have? I'm still waiting for some of the scores to show up so I can keep updating the standings. All right, let's give it one more try. See if we can get the standings. Yes, we have them. Okay, Matthias Otning, 987. Games of 258, 267, 206, 256. Rami Mukkula, hold on a second. Rami Mukkula, 934. AJ Johnson, 928. Nate Purchase, 918. Anton Andersson, 917. EJ Tackett moving up to the 6th place, 895. Ben Robinson, 891. Arnar Jonsson, 888. Dan Agerbo, 883. And Adam Andersson is sitting 10th with 871. So, since we have been following Matthias, let's see if we can find where he moved. We find AJ Johnson and EJ Tackett bowling here on 7 and 8. Anton Andersson also is on lane 6. So we have 3 of the top bowlers sitting on this camera we're watching at now. And our squad leader, okay, squad leader is bowling on lane 1 and 2. He's bowling with Ethan Fury. He started with an open frame. Lane 1 and 2 also play slightly longer, so we're going to switch there so we can see what is he doing at the moment. That's a beautiful... what is he going to do? Strikes. That's what he does. Strike over strike after strike. That's Matthias' opening, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll go back to where we were and see some of the action of these amazing bowlers. Gonna keep an eye. Can EJ increase his pace now that he's 95 over and a couple of games to go? The lanes are opening up, so they're slowly moving to that area where he usually rocks the wall apart. So it's going to be fun to see how he bowls this next couple of games. Bowling on lane 5, we find Rodolfo Monacelli, related with the great superstar on the 80s and the 90s, Amleto Monacelli. Now we're going to see EJ Tackett bowling on lane 7, already quite deep. That was quite a beautiful shot by EJ Tackett over there. Beautiful strike, made it a double. And we can see the replay by Jopo Grips. Look at that action in the hand, and look at how beautiful the strike is back at the end. Nice job for EJ Tackett. So we are on game 5. We remind you this is a turbo game. Anyone who has not had any high score but still can make a very high game on either game 5 or game 6. Those are the turbo games. We have 2 spots reserved in the final for those who managed to make the highest score and have not qualified for the final. I realized also on 1 to 4 we'll go back where we have Matthias, because also Rami Mukula is bowling there. He's currently on spot number 2 on the squad. And AJ Johnson with a beautiful strike after a single pin miss. That's not something you see every day. A little bit of a slow start here on 5, 6, 7, 8. Spare strike for Anton Andersson, sitting 5th at the moment. And 9 spare, 9 miss strike for AJ Johnson, sitting on 3. And AJ Tack is the only one who started with a double. AJ is currently 6. AJ probably needs somewhere around 480, 490 on the next 2 to secure a spot on the final. But obviously AJ is going to aim much higher than that. He's going to bowl most quite. He just arrived today. It's his first touch on the lanes, first time testing this pattern and bowling on this particular event. So we probably can expect him to see him bowl more often, a few more squats later on, and obviously aiming to go as high as possible into the final, and if possible as well, take a direct pass into the second step in the final. That was strike number 3 for EJ Tackett. And we're going to move back to lanes 1 to 4 where we find the leader and the number 2 of this squad, Daniel. When I see Matthias opening, it says Sweden. I thought he was Norwegian. So it's the license. What do you have over there? Okay, understood. So was I as Swedish as well? No, I mean when I bowl, was I shown as Swedish as well? I wouldn't have mine, you know. Okay, so it's what I said. Matthias is from Norway, definitely. I was sure about it, but just wanted to find out. And now we have a confirmation about it. Look at that. That was a very strong strike again for Rami Mukula. Sitting very comfortable there on lanes 1 and 2. Matthias also after that open frame on frame 1. He's got 3 strikes in a row. Look at Ethan already standing in front of the ball return. 3 steps approach, and that is so beautiful. Look. Not the best balance. I think Ethan is a little bit tired already. He flew in this morning and both squats, so probably a little bit of jet lag, a little bit of fatigue as well. It could explain that little bit of misbalance when he released the ball, and especially on a guy like Ethan Fury, where he's always so immaculate on posting the shots. Let's move around a little bit so we can see some more of these PBA guys. We see Kaltrup with front 3 on 15 and 16. Both Kyle and Nora are surviving the squad. Above par, but not much. A little bit of fight for Andrew Anderson as well on this squad. Ben Robinson with an open frame. Ben Robinson dropped down a little bit on last game with 206, sitting with 91 over. And Kyle puts the 4th. That makes it front 4 for Kaltrup. And that ball from Martin Paulson just came back out of nowhere. I wasn't really expecting to see the ball coming back, but it did. Now back to 5, 6, 7, 8. EJ Tackett from 4. Making his climb in the stair step by step. Lanes 1 and 2. Matthias Onting. One more strike for Matthias. That's 4 in a row. Rami front 5. Not willing to let go. Rami is trying to catch Matthias. Matthias is running faster also, so he doesn't catch him. A little bit of the same again for Ethan Fury. A little bit of misbalance on his release. And I'm going to say it again. I'm betting on some fatigue. When the brain gets tired, it doesn't really want to work the same way. And you lose a little bit of your automatism. And these things can happen. Now that could have been a little bit of an expensive spare miss for Nate Purchase on lane 3. Left the 2-8. He sent it a little bit too far on the spare shot, only took the 8. Nate is still 120 over more or less. Oh, look at that. Second time that Matthias does not release the ball, stops and comes back. Leaves the ball and the ball return. He's going to refresh his mind. Get ready to bowl. In the meantime, lane 1, the Finnish guy. Can he keep going? Yes, it can. He can. Yes, he can. Obama would be so proud. Yes, we can. That was a beautiful strike again for Rami Mukula. Front 6 for him, currently with 134. Above par. Matthias delivering, and he does. One more strike for Matthias Ottning. Fan då är så bra, Matthias. He's so good. Really looking fantastic. And look at that. EJ Tackett, a terrible shot. He was nearly falling at the foul line, but he got another strike. That's front 6 as well for EJ Tackett. In the meantime, also on lane 7 and 8, bowling with EJ, we have AJ Johnson not finding his carry. 9 spare, 9 me, strike, 9 spare, strike, 9 spare. No doubles for EJ. AJ, sorry, 1 open frame. AJ currently has 128 over, minus 12 in this game, so he's 116 over. He needs to produce 80 pins plus on the next 16, 17 frames to be precise. And that is also the third split out of 6 frames for Anton Andersson, currently with 117 over. This could be a very expensive game indeed for Anton, unless he can start to find a way to strike a little bit and recover from that game. If he strikes out... Oh, no, sorry, that was an Anton. Anton has 2 splits and a strike on the 5th. My apologies, my mistake. So Anton is 5 on the par currently on this particular game, so that puts him on 112 over. He needs to shoot about 80, 90 over for the next 18 frames. Another 10 pin for EJ there. Boy. Okay, lane 5, Anton Andersson looking to double. Put himself back on par. And he delivers a very late 10. Looks like Anton still throwing urethane over there. You could see how tight the angle was for him. And if we go quickly back to see our leaders, 9 spare for Matthias, 27 over on this game. 9 spare as well for Rami, 49 over in this game. Rami could go all the way to 279. While Matthias could go all the way to 257. And one more strike for EJ. That's front 7. And if you guys remember when we were about to start game 5, I was just talking about it. We have seen more reactive. We have seen a little bit more of room on the right. And it was exactly what I was expecting to see from EJ, to move a little bit deeper and really get comfortable by using all that area that has been created to his right side. And it seems to be happening. He's got the front 7 and is looking so comfortable. Another beautiful strike there for Anton Andersson. A very important strike as well for him. AJ Johnson, can he get the strike already? Is it going to be another 9? Another 10 pin for him. Unbelievable. And a very solid 10 for Matthias Dotning. But remember, he's throwing back up. So that's like a solid 7 for a regular hooking ball as a right-hander. That was a very unlucky, a very bad break, to be honest. But all he has to do is keep sparing, keep working, keep bringing some marks home. He doesn't need to do anything crazy. And a good spell for him. I'm gonna roll around a little bit on 13 and 14. We see some strike going on also for Martin Paulson on lane 14. Double 9 spare and strike all the way to the 9th frame. Chance to strike out for 279. Exactly the same situation on lane 15 for Kyle Trupp. Front 5, 9 spare and strike, so he also can do all the way to 279. Let me find him. Let's see what was their score. Kyle was 53 over. So if he strikes out and shoots 279, it's gonna be on 132 over. And Martin Paulson was 39 over, and if he shoots 279, it's gonna go all the way to 118 over, which since he's bowling on the as well as a senior on the plus 50, it could be a gateway into the finals. That was way too much inside. They gripped the ball way too much. No strike for Martin Paulson on lane 10. Sorry, on frame 10. So with the spare, it's going to be a 258 game. A very late 7 for Ben Robinson, a very important strike on the 10th. If he strikes out, it's going to be on 226. It can still be on 117 over. It gives him a chance with a very high last game, 260 to 70, to put himself on a window where it could be enough to make it into the final. Let's have a look at Kattrup here on lane 16. Another beautiful strike for Kattrup. Now, let's jump back and see what our squad leaders managed to do. Ooh, almost a 7-10 for Rami there on the 9th frame. So that 9 is good. Matthias got his strike on the 9th. So if he doubles or if he strikes out, it's going to be a 246. We see Ethan still very deep inside with his famous 3-step approach. And if we move back to 5, 6, 7, 8, we see EJ has got one more front 8 for EJ Tackett. And we still have one more game to go. Right before I end, and I forget, Danny, could you tell me what times we have squats tomorrow? 11 and 3. So that's the times for tomorrow. Everybody can join us again and follow the action. The first squat's gonna start at 11 European or Swedish time, and the next squat is gonna be at 3. So do not miss any of the action, and remember to tell all your friends to become a member and subscribe. It's only $5. Then you have access to all the commentary and everything that's going to happen on Monday on the final step ladder. You don't want to miss any of it. Okay, solid spare for EJ Tackett on the 9th frame. There was no strike for him. So I'm going to go back to 1 and 2 so we can see what goes on with the two leaders of the squad. Rami Mukula going to release on lane 1, looking to strike. That was a little bit too aggressive. It could have been terrible, but only the 5 pins standing. That's good news for him. Shall we raise our hands? See if we get a free drink? And we have Brandon Bond also bowling on lane 2. It's so many talented bowlers that you end up missing one here and there. Okay, that was not the best spare shooting by Brandon. He left the 247, only took the 7. Spare for Rami. He's going to shoot 248 and go all the way to 180 over. Now, Matthias, important shot. Can he get a strike? Yes, he does. Bra jobbat, Matthias. En till. One more. Come on, buddy. You can do that. Very important tag over there for Matthias. That guarantees a 230-something game. That's going to put him a little bit above 215 over with just one game to go. That should relax him, give him a lot more confidence for last game. And let's see how high can he get. Another high game for Rami Mukula, 248, 1182 over for him. Now Matthias on the 11th. There he goes. Be good. Yes, it was. One more for Matthias Ottning. On his way for a 246 game. And a max score of 1233 if he puts one more in there. Man, I'm so proud, man. He's doing so good. I'm so happy to see all the ambassadors we have on strike here are doing so well. We saw Carl Eklund doing 1430 something and already securing a spot most probably on the second step on the final. We had Fiona yesterday. She bowled pretty good. She had a little bit more of trouble today because the traffic she encountered was a little bit different. But I'm sure she's learned a lot of things for the next squad. She bowls on Thursday. And then we have Matthias. Matthias wasn't sure he wasn't able to come, but it was good that we keep pushing. I pushed a lot on him. You have to come. This looks very good for you, and I'm glad I was pretty right to push for him because look at that, 12:33 after 5. That's amazing. Great job for Matthias Ottning. We're going to switch back to see what EJ Tackett is doing. He's got a 9 spare also on the 10, so he's going to strike for 163 over at the moment for EJ Tackett, and that's the way you get things done. EJ Tackett, 247, 222, 198, 228, and 268 for 1163 for 4. AJ Johnson, 1134. So AJ Johnson needs a 250 game on the next. Anton Andersson trying to get one more on the 10th frame. It should be very important if he can get it. That was a lead. Oh, look at that. That was freaking unbelievable. Let's see if we catched it on time. Look at that late 2-pin treat. Oh, how happy must he be after that one? Those 10 pins are really important for Anton Andersson. He would have stayed on 1140. Now he can go to 1150. That means he doesn't need the 240, maybe a 230 game on the last game, but it should be enough for him to make it into the final. Let's move quickly to see the last shot for Kyle Trubb here on 15 and 16. Kyle has also found his way to recover and is going to make a game of 279 for a total score of 11 and 32. Beautiful game over here for Kyle Trubb. Adam Anderson 100 over. He needs a 270 something game. Mark Jacobs dropped down to 92 over, so he also needs a very high game on last. Okay. And that 279 for Caltrap, I believe, is a little bit short for the turbo on game 5. We have some bowlers that shot 289, but that it could change because some of those bowlers could actually qualify for the final, and if they do, then the turbo is gonna drop down to the next player, so the score could be a little bit lower. Okay, I'm gonna give it a try, see if we can have a complete score update for this squad. No, we need a few more seconds, so I'm gonna try again in half a minute, see what goes on. Game 6 already Tuesday night here at Olympia Bowling Alley. Storm Lucky Larsens 2026. More action and more action and more action and more pins and more strikes and a lot more fun to go. One game to go today. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 with the first squad in the morning. But we still have a lot to see in here. Let me see if we can finally get the scores updated. Not this time, so I'm gonna wait perhaps another minute before I give it a try. Okay, game 6. Everybody is on their lane. Everybody is already starting. And good news, everyone. We have scores refreshed. Sitting on 10th position at the moment, Netherlands, Mark Jacobs, 92 over. Number 9, Martin Paulson, 95 over. Number 8, Adam Anderson, 100 over. Number 7, Ben Robinson, 104 over. So that means these guys need a 280 game. And perhaps a few candles on the church in the corner, because the squad is paying up pretty high. The scores are going high. And I believe the cut may be growing after all. Maybe 1380 is going to be the number at the end. I'm alone in the room. Maybe I should cheat again and change my score into something different and see what happens. After all, nobody can listen. Only you guys, and I know you're going to keep the secret from me. So I just moved my score from 1375 to 1385. It's pretty obvious because it's very dark on the pen writing. But my game, my rules. I don't mind. Where was I? Kyle Trupp, 6. 1132. Number 5, AJ Johnson, 1134. Number 4, now we start to talk with people with true chances to get the score done. Anton Andersson, number 4, 1150. Number 3, EJ Tackett, 1163. Number 2 from Finland, Rami Mukkula, 1182. And number 1, playing an unbelievable level of bowling, throwing that rocket he throws back up his bowling today. My good pal Matthias Ottning, 1233 games of 258, 267, 206, 256, 246. 233 over for 5. That's quite a presentation card over there. So let's have a look. Where can we go? Let's have a look. Where is everybody? Okay, if we move here, we find Martin Paulson, Matthias Ottning. And no, that's pretty much it on this side. So we're going to move around like we usually do. We go to the left corner, and then from there we pick up and we see where we want to find some action. Victor Backe, Fredrik Abramson, Rodolfo Monacelli, Yaris Tippels, Arnar Jonsson, AJ Johnson with 134 over. As we said, AJ probably needs to shoot a very high 250 or mostly 260. That was not the best reaction. That's 2 shots in a row. He doesn't strike on lane 4. But again, he's coming from the other side of the bowling alley. He's not a local. He doesn't really have to know why lane 1 to 6 goes a little bit longer. And even if he's played before, he's been a champion here. But there's no way you can remember absolutely everything on every lane, on every bowling alley you bowl, especially with these guys that bowl every damn week on a different center. If we move to 5 to 8, we find the number 2 seeded on this squad from Finland, Rami Mukkula. Rami has 1182, so Rami has to make sure that at least he makes a game of 205, 210. That would be good for him. And what I have just seen on 910, it's not good news for Anton Andersson. Strike, 9 miss. Anton is with 150 over, so that means he needs a game of 240, more or less, a high 230. So you don't want to give away any pins, and that 9 miss, that's giving away a lot of pins. That could be very expensive. Lane 11, we find EJ Tackett, also trying to get his way into the final. 4 pin for EJ. Bowling on the same pair as Kaltrup and Nora Johansson. I'll keep you updated on whatever Matthias is doing, the current leader, bowling on 17 and 18. And the third time he stops. I certainly hope he wins the squad, because the squad, so I get to interview him later on. I'm certainly going to make some fun on him doing so many stops on the foul line and not taking the shot. Martin Paulson tripping the 4. And another strike for Matthias Ottning. Man, this kid is unbelievable. My next live, I want to bowl like him. That was quite good on this live, but this kid makes me want to do it different. Strike again for Anton Andersson. Scratching his head, still thinking about that 9 beans and how expensive it can become at the end of the day. We shall see, we shall see. Yeah, let me see, where is Rami? I forgot where Rami was playing. Is Rami is getting in trouble. It's 2 open frames out of 3 on lane 5 and 6. Rami is 182 over. He needs to at least make sure he makes the par on this game. He's gonna have to work hard. He's got 2 open frames, 34 on frame 3. That's with strike spur till the end. It's 174, and that's goodbye Sunday. So let's see if Rami can manage to do some striking from now on. He has been bowling really, really good. The whole squad, 228, 264, 233, 209, 248. So that last game could be really expensive for Rami on lanes 5 and 6. And now he got a Brooklyn. That's not a good shot, but at least he got the strike. And we shall see. Let's pay some attention back to the lanes we are watching on the streaming, 11 and 12, where we follow the action with EJ Tackett currently having 163 over after that last game of 268. The prediction is EJ needs a 220, and logic says since the lane has opened up and the line is deeper, he should easily make at least 230. But this is bowling. You never know. You can have a little bit of bad carry, have to make some ball switch. And yeah, we have to see. After all, we're talking about the best bowler in the planet at the moment. So if I had to bet, I would bet he's going to do it easy. That goes EJ, lane 12. Nice and easy. Beautiful action there for EJ. That was nice. AJ Johnson, very bad news. Fifth frame already. 1 open frame, no doubles. AJ needed the 250 game. If he strikes out, it's going to be 237. So that's not going to be enough for AJ Johnson. And another sign of Ethan Fury feeling the fatigue, flying in and bowling 2 squats. Even if you're 20 or 22, whatever the age is, it takes a lot of energy. And even if the body still responds, the brain is not at 100% any longer. And that makes it very hard to keep automatic. Now let's have a look at Matthias on lane 17. Can he carry on striking? That goes Speedy Gonzalez. Ooh, solid 7. Hold on. Yo, what about that? That is the slowest 7-pin I've seen in decades. Look at that. 1, 2, 3 seconds and bang! Strike for Matthias Ottning. That makes it this 5 strike in a row. That's 30-something. If he only by sparing, that would put him on the 1470s already. That's a very high score, but can he keep going? Why not? Why not? Why not? Now, that's another split on lane 5 for Rami Mukula. Finnish bowler getting himself into trouble on lane 5. He had to make at least a 200 game. If he doesn't spare, that's going to be the 3rd open frame out of 5. Now he's going to have to strike a lot. Beautiful pin action there for Ethan Fury. And Rami, did he take the 2-7? Yes, he did. Good for him, otherwise he was getting himself in a lot of trouble. I think Matthias is feeling, if he looks at the score and he sees he has 300 pins more than Andrew Anderson. Has to be happy, yeah? Wow, wow, what a performance for this kid. I see somebody trying to make a comeback. Adam Anderson was 100 overs, bowling on lane 13. Started with the open frame. He needs to strike out, but so far he made 6 strikes, so he just needs 5 more. Matthias. Solid 7 for Matthias. Should be a 9 spare. Oi, what the fuck? That was really far away. They strike so much, they don't spare that much, yeah? How can you give away? He's given away so many pins on this series. He's bowling so high, but at least he had 3 open frames on frame 10. I've seen 3 games of opening on the 10th. Let's see where EJ needs to do a little bit. But he's not doing 9 spare strike, 9 spare strike, 9 spare strike. Is he going to make 9 spare again? EJ is bowling on lanes 11 and 12. So we're going to see what Ethan can do here. And later on, we're going to try to move there. See if EJ can finally get the strike on the out lane. That was too much on the side for Jonathan Johansson there. The ball became very, very aggressive at the back, and that's why he had that huge split on lane 14. Can he take this pair? Ooh, that was pretty close. Nice attempt. Now a key frame for Adam Anderson. He needs to strike all the way till the very end of the game. He's currently with 100 over, so he needs to strike out for a 279. Not even sure that would be enough to make the cut, because the way bowling is going, it looks like the cut is growing and going higher and higher. But he definitely needs to strike once more. Well, not once more, all the way till the end. As soon as he doesn't strike, it's taxi to the office and ask for a spot on another squad. Adam Anderson. And one more strike. Only 4 to go for him. Nice action there on the pins. So, EJ Take, 9 spare strike, 9 spare strike, 9 spare strike. Now he's going to throw a shot on the lane where he has only got 9 spares. Anton Andersson, look at that. Double 9 miss, 5 in a row. Anton is 150 over. That's exactly what he needed. A lot of striking. Oh, EJ, that was far to the right. That was really, really far to the right. That never stood any chance. It could be fatigue as well. Also flew today in, so it could be that. Anton, important shot, super key shot for him. A strike could make it into the final directly. And he's got it. Bra jobbat, Anton. Nice strike over there. And very important for him. That puts him already on, hold on a second, 240. With just by sparing, is going to be on the 240s. That puts him on the 30s, 90s plus. That should be more than enough, or at least it should be enough. I'm pretty sure he's going to try to strike out, so he can actually go for 267, which would give him a final score of 14-17, and pray that that is enough to make it into the top 25, directly to step 2. I'm not sure. We have quite a few 1400s already. It might be somewhere around there, around the 1420s to make it onto the top 25. But we are just guessing. It's many, many squads to be bowled yet. Quite an amount of good bowlers still to take their squads, and scores could keep move in both directions. EJ doing what EJ does on lane 12, which is striking. Now it's going to be a very key frame for EJ on lane 11 if he wants this squad to be profitable. And usually when that happens, you strike on the lane you haven't struck, and then you stop striking on the other one. But we're talking of EJ Tackett, so it's probably going to prove us wrong. Unexpected reaction there for Kyle Trupp. He didn't expect the ball to reach so early, but it did. And he got a little bit upset. He needed to strike out Kyle Trupp for a 248. That would have given him a 1380 score. Since he didn't strike, he's going to drop down all the way to 1360, even striking out. And now look at that pin action by Nora Johansson. Look at that. Bang! Matthias is going to end up his game on lane 17 with the spare is going to be a 226. Don't miss another spare. I'll kick your ass. Good job, Matthias. 226 for him with a strike. That's going to be a total score of 1459. That should be a spot on the top 25. An amazing performance today by Matthias, bowling the whole squad backup. So, you're going to see on. Look at Rami. He's gonna shoot. Even if he strikes out on the 10, he's gonna make 181. That's gonna drop down to 1363. Rami was in for the whole squad, but this last game on lanes 5 and 6 is gonna really pay him down and take away all he had. Anton Andersson looking to go up. Let's see if he can deliver. That looks good. Was a little bit too strong. Perhaps the adrenaline. Now it's important he takes a spare though, because his score at the moment with Mark should be more than enough. But if he misses due to a 6 is a very bad count. So if he misses, it's going to be on 230. 230. 232, 231. That would be actually 13. And I think Anton needs to take a spare if he wants to be sure to make it into the final. And EJ finally made a strike on lane 12. No, sorry, lane 11. That's exactly what he needed. And look at Anton. He chopped it. Oh, fun. This could be very expensive for Anton. 6'3", 231, 1381. That could be the number. Actually, that was the number that Matt McNeil predicted for the cat. Sean Rice went a little bit higher to it with 1390. And that ball, Nura just sent all the way to pretty much to Gothenburg and made it back to the pocket. Gothenburg is a 3-hour drive, so that's why I'm trying to explain. She sent it pretty far outside this time. $14.56 total for Matthias Ottning is going to be the squad leader. I'm very happy about it. I'm very proud of the kid. He did a great work today. And it looks like Nora found what to do a little bit too late this time. But she's going to bowl again and again and again, and she's going to eventually do it because she has all the talent in the world. So I'm going to go very quickly around. Adam Andersson was a little bit short, 247 for total 1347. That's not going to be enough. Rami Mukula. Terrible 170 game for the last and dropped down to 13 and 49. Mark Jacobs trying to make it back. He was 92 over, trying to make 279 on lane 7 and 8. It could be a little bit short. He would put him on 1371 if he strikes out, which may not be enough. Kyle Trupp with an open frame is going to drop down to 1330s or something. So now our eyes are going to be focused on EJ Tackett. EJ has 163 overs, so he probably needs a 220 game. He's got just a double. He can strike out. He's been striking every single shot on lane 12. So we could probably expect to strike out for a game of 230. That would give him a final score of 1393, which at the moment would be 3 pins higher than the highest prediction we had so far in the cut by any of our guests, which in this case was Sean Rush. EJ. What did I say? That's so typical in bowling. You strike for the whole day in one lane. You don't strike in the other one. And as soon as you get the strike on the lane you were not striking, you stop striking on the other one. Upsetting shot for EJ Tackett, no doubt. It's going to be a game of 209. That's going to put him on a score of 1372 and might not be enough. So we're just going to watch how he throws his last shot, and then I'm going to say goodbye, everybody, because we have to take some rest and come back tomorrow fresh for another session of bowling and a lot of talent and striking and exciting moments here at Olympia Bowling Alley in Helsingborg in this 2026 Storm Lucky Larson Masters. It's been a pleasure to spend some time with you guys again. We'll be back tomorrow with more action at 11 Swedish time. Thank you for your attention and have a good night.